What do we see when we visit an art museum? Is it culture? Or heritage? Or perhaps it's a better understanding of ourselves, who we are, where we came from. Maybe the more important question is, what is it that we're not seeing?
As a young girl, I was taken to museums by my parents, which was very fortunate. But as I grew older, I realized that very, very few of those pieces were by women. Even today, when you visit museums, you'll see that this has barely changed.
Try a visualization the next time you visit an art museum. In your mind's eye, erase the work by men so that you can see, really see what's left.
There was a study just released by the National Museum of Women in the Arts that said women now make up over half of the working artists in this country, but 5% or less of the holdings in most museums in this country, and that's a number that trends globally.
That means for every 100 works by a male artist, there are, on average, only 3 to 5 pieces by a woman. From coast to coast and everywhere in between, more women than ever before are making art for a living. In fact, over half of the working artists in America are women. Yet, less than 14% of us are represented in high-end galleries. Compared to our male counterparts, we make pennies on the dollar for our work. Out of the top 100 works of art ever sold at auction, not one is by a woman. Economic indicators like these determine whether or not a work of art is considered important enough to be included in museum collections, where it will be seen and appreciated for generations to come.
I came to art through the architectural world, and when I got into the art world, I didn't realize that gender bias would be existent as it was in the architectural world.
Inequality still exists in this day and age, and I think that needs to change.
American Women Artists is the likely organization to do that.
For over a quarter of a century, the nonprofit American Women Artists has been bringing the art, the spirit, and the vision of women into public view. American Women Artists offers nationally juried gallery and museum shows, workshops, scholarships, and educational symposiums. Our mission is to encourage, celebrate, and inspire. And now we shift the paradigm even more with the 25 and 25 challenge. 25 museum shows in 25 years.
It's a great opportunity for not only your artists, which is very important, but also for the public at large to start breaking some of these stereotypes that it has to be a male-dominated world in the art world.
The talent is there. We're here, we're ready. We are committing our time every day to this profession. And I feel that AWA is making such a significant change in this pattern to bring balance. And really, life is better when there's balance.
The AWA has had a huge impact on my career. The biggest impact it's had is that at that very first show, the Booth Western Art Museum bought my 3 paintings, so now they are in a permanent museum collection, and that's the whole point of the 25 in 25 program.
AWA has made an amazing difference because for the first time I'm in a permanent collection, and it's the Booth Museum in Atlanta. And I believe it was 2014, AWA had the Prevailing Winds show there. So I wanted to do a painting that had to do with the theme of the wind, and I wanted to do a painting that would have an impact from a long way away. And I knew they had very large rooms with very high ceilings there. And so I decided for the first time to do a windmill painting. I had never done one. I thought this is a great opportunity to do something that's the very best I can do, and AWA has given me the opportunity to put it in this beautiful spot where the museum people will see it for 3 or 4 weeks. And so I did it, and I walked into the reception that night just in time to hear them announce that they had purchased my painting for their permanent collection. So I was absolutely thrilled. My dream came true, the dream I didn't tell anyone about. That's what I really wanted the result of the show to be, and it really happened. And now they have another one in their collection too.
And so my dream really is not just for me, but it's for that girl who'll go into the museum and she will look at the collection and fall in love with it, and she will find out that there are just as many women side by side with those fabulous male artists as well.
Now, if it wasn't for some associations like American Women Artists, we wouldn't have the support of a community and people who cared to advance women's talent as equally to men.
So I became a patron, and now I show up for the shows, and I get to meet the individual artists and learn from them and learn what they go through.
So the Friends of Western Art has supported this particular group for 3 or 4 years now. Prior to that, my family owns a printing company, and we produced the very first AWA catalog more than 20 years ago.
I support American Women Artists Group because 80% of my artists are women artists, and I want to help them become more well known in the area, not only in Sacramento, but nationally and maybe even internationally.
I feel very fortunate to be on the board of American Women Artists because it just furthers my ability to make a woman's life better, to further the goal of equality in all walks of life. I see this as the legacy that I leave my granddaughters.
I think it's just a fabulous group. All women should be a member of it. It really helps our careers to work together and build ourselves up.
All kinds of good things have happened because I've been part of AWA.
It's an honor to be involved in this.
American Women Artists is building a legacy, and our patrons make it possible. Won't you join us on our 25 and 25 mission? Together, we'll make a difference for generations to come. Visit us at AmericanWomenArtists.org for more information on how to become an artist member or a patron.